Hello and good morning. Welcome to Wednesday. I hope that you're having a great week and I hope that things are going relatively okay. I know Mercury is not a fun thing right now. I know that it's causing mayhem, challenges. All we can do is just take a deep breath and keep going and try and find tools and supports to help us. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm getting you an added support. The angels are a fantastic, fantastic ally and support for us. We don't always connect in with them as much as we should. There's a lot of things there's things we do, we should, but we don't. The important thing is that we do take some time and try. And push ourselves a bit to see what they want to say to us, what they need to share with us, without expectation, without demands. So today, let's change scenes here. What I want to do is, like I said, work with the angels. So I do like to make sure that I have angel decks for you guys so you have pictures. Now this deck, this is the Healing with the Angels Oracle. I know there's a lot of conspiracy around these decks because it's created by a Diana Virtue. Or Doreen Virtue, sorry. I know Doreen's in a dark spot right now and has renounced everything. However, this is a gift from somebody, so I didn't even pay her and she didn't get royalties. And it also doesn't have the extensive blurb that many decks have. So be aware that if you are buying a Doreen Virtue book or deck, she still gets royalties. And she's trying to get out of those royalties. It's weird, is all I can say. This deck is a beautiful deck by Kim Dreyer. And this is the Angel Inspiration Oracle. Fantastic deck. And this deck, it's not my favorite because of that. I don't like the pips and I don't like the bottom part. There's like one word blurbs for every card. Ooh, that's upside down. What caught me were the Royals and the Major Arcana. The angel decks I find are hard because they will say, oh, well, Archangel Michael will say this. Yeah, he did 10 years ago when it was produced, and that message wasn't for me. So I find this is easier. I'm still working on finding the perfect deck, which I'm hearing I have to create, but I don't. There's only 24 hours in a day. So, okay, you can have that card. All right, let's look at doing a group reading, and then I'll open up the floor for individual readings. What messages do the angels have for my friends? Oh, come on, guys. Keep it on the table. I love jumpers, yet I don't love jumpers. Because I have short arms. I'm not that far from the ground, but still, short arms. And it was the Ace of Wands that jumped. So know that, yeah, Mercury's in retrograde, things, lots of expectations, lots of demands, and it's like, I feel, know that there are opportunities. We have one of the personal planets in retrograde, which means its energies aren't as commanding as they normally are. There are many opportunities, many ways that we can words are hard. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. Challenge ourselves and start to connect in with these opportunities, these new beginnings. Because they're not just any new beginning. They're ones that are going to bring us out of that slump. They're going to bring in that fulfillment, that joy, that breath of fresh air. It's going to be hard to see, don't get me wrong. But they're going to be there because we're so caught up in those expectations and demands. Now we have the Magician. First card in the Major Arcana. And this guy uses his everyday tools that are all around him to channel that energy to where he wants it. Channel that magic, if you will, quote unquote magic, to where it needs to be. And we need to be very present of mind as to where our energies are going, what we're doing, so we're staying in control of ourselves. We're not becoming reactive. Reactivity will cause challenge and problem. The Six of Wands. Lots of passion here, lots of fire. And that's going to help us because right now many people are feeling really funky, really kind of so it's nice to have that passion, that fulfillment. It's there with work. Now, it's not just going to go, here you go. You have to work at it, guys, because this is the Six of Wands. This is the card that usually has the fellow on the horse where he's got his wand and there's all this crowd going, yay for you, you're the hero. Well, he's persevered. He's conquered his beast. We need to persevere. We need to use that inner flame to help push us using our tools, those everyday aspects. Those things at hand that we have a tendency to minimize and forget when we're stressed out, overwhelmed, and just feeling blah. The Two of Wands. Very fiery reading. It's in reversal and it's getting really bad light. All right, let's get that light out of the way. Two of Wands, of course, is about choice, decision. Well, you can't make clear decisions without starting to, you need to balance and ground yourself. We've got a lot of fire here. So if we are not grounded, we don't have that earthy connection, what's going to happen? We're going to fizzle out. It's going to be a wildfire. Know that that passion can support you. That inner flame can very much ignite different opportunities. But again, like I said, when I had the wand here, or the magician, we need to stay in control of that. We need to be the conductor. Where does it go? Like I said originally, many of us are feeling overwhelmed. We don't feel like we are in control of self. We need to counter these using our tools at hand. The wand, we know, is fire. Well, water needs to come into this. So that compassion for self. The pentacle needs to come into this. We need that grounding. The sword needs to come into this. We need to use our head. Because like I said, reaction is the worst thing possible right now. We go off and rip someone's head off, which is very easy to do right now, especially with all this fire. Especially as we are in a fixed earth sign of Taurus, because Taurus is great for getting work done. Oh, you give him a job to do and he's on it. But if you tell him he's wrong, he becomes a tyrant. So know that we do have that passion. We do have that fire within us. We just need to counter it. We need to balance it out. We do have another lesser hidden angel message with multiple ones here. When you see that multiple one, the angels are telling you to trust in your abilities. Trust in you. You've got this. You may not trust yourself that you've got this, but know you've got it. It's not the first Mercury retrograde we've dealt with, and let's be honest, sometimes we do feel like we are burning on the inside and we just need an outlet. So this is where I'm saying that we do have to use those everyday tools. We know what we have a plethora of. We got lots of it. What are we missing? What's going to make us take control of this fire? Be victorious, because we have that ability. And, well, overcome those challenges. The magician uses his everyday aspects to make great movement and strides forward. We too need to take a page out of his grimoire, if you will, to make progress in our everyday, helping us, because let's be honest, it's so easy to get overwhelmed. It's so easy to get lost in the shuffle. Let's not get lost in the shuffle. All right, nice segue. Let's shuffle. Let's get into some more cards here. What will support my friends to minimize some of this fire or chances of wildfire. Faith. I said a few moments ago, and I love it when this is why I like using different decks, because they reconfirm in another way of what I may or may not have said a few minutes ago. Trusting in you, having faith in you and your abilities is going to be paramount. I know, easier said than done, but at the same time, it's really important. This fire will consume you, especially with us having a lot of external challenges with Mercury in retrograde, with, well, the energies that are present. There's a lot of push and pull right now. Have faith. You've dealt with different things at different times in different ways. You have abilities, lots of opportunities. It's just we need to push forward and make some decisions that are for us. Not just because, but for us. This is where we need that sword. Clear thinking, guys. How do you get that? Remembering to breathe so that you can use more of your brain. That's a science fact. If you're not breathing, you're not able to use what you've got going on in there. Sit down and just take a few breaths. Make sure that you're grounded. Make sure that the thoughts aren't racing. If they are racing, then use your tools. Maybe do a quick meditation. Maybe grab that calming crystal. And the easiest and my go-to would be an amethyst. They're cheap and cheerful and found everywhere. It does not matter if they're on your person or around you. Give yourself permission to start to look at the situation. Write it out. Use that third eye. Ask the hard questions of self. And make sure that you're taking time to check in. Is this being critical of me? Am I being mean or having that negative self-talk? Or am I actually just looking at the situation? Because that passion, it's connected into the heart center. And our heart center can start to get kind of mucky. We want to stay in our head. So balancing things out. Should I turn the card? I don't know how many times I've done that. It's kind of fun. But yes, if you have that monkey brain, again, use the tools. On my channel, I have, it's got to almost be in the triple digits by now, meditations. I've got healings. I've got supports. I've got those tools. Pick one. They're all going to breathe. They're going to help you breathe. They're going to help you calm. They're going to help you ground. They're going to help stabilize you. It helps to silence things for you. He's upside down, but it doesn't matter if he's upside down or not. He's an archangel. Archangel Raguel. I have meditations with him as well. He is the balancing archangel. He comes in on an aquamarine color. Anybody who works with the angels knows you don't need to have an aquamarine. You can just ask. You can bring in a clear quartz. Do I have a clear quartz? No. Children are fun. They're like, ooh, I'll take that one. I'm just going to go take it for a walk. I'm taking it to school. I may or may not see that crystal again. So you can just call them in. Helps with calming your thoughts, bringing balance to you, because that monkey brain is a challenge. That negative self-talk, a bigger challenge. Know that those challenges, they're real and they suck. But you can take control of it. You have that ability. But we got to trust in ourselves. You can also ask Archangel Raguel to support you in doing some intentional bathing. So asking him to come in and support you in clearing yourself out energetically. You could also ask him to come in and support you while you sleep. You don't have to make things harder or complicated. You just need to use your words. They can't come in if you Don't ask. They can't breach that law of free will without it. If you don't ask, they won't step in. The only time they will step in without asking is if your life is in danger. Your life's not in danger. This is a learning moment. It's looking at what's happening and balancing things out a bit. All right. What healing will support my friends the most right now? And that aquamarine color can also hit on your throat chakra, guys. So be aware of your throat chakra. It's taking a big hit, especially if you have Gemini, and I believe it's Virgo. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone in chat. Virgo, I think, is connected to Mercury as well. There's another one. There's two connected to Mercury, and I know for sure it's Gemini. Because when when Castor and Pollux, the Gemini twins, were in Mercury retrograde, oh my God, gong show, gong show. Miracles. Trust in the support. Trust in some of this high vibrational energy. There are miracles happening from high vibrational beings and physical beings. We create miracles in our lives, in other people's lives. It is Virgo. Thank you, 12 Eyes. I thought it was. You know how you second guess yourself? Yeah, we all do it. But there are miracles in our everyday. Trust in others, trust in the high vibrational beings. Because it does happen. We just need to be A, present, and B, open to it. Because we can embrace them. Intention. I just mentioned the intentional bathing, intentional sleeping. Ask for help. Set intentions. It helps to like we've got all this passion up here, guys. It helps to very much clearly put you on a page and draw out those expectations so that you're aware and present, and it helps you to already bring in those high vibrational beings, whether it be a guide, the angels, archangels. Even if you don't know who it is, you can say any and all high vibrational beings for my greater and most positive good. Boom. Beings that you may have not worked with before will step forward. That's how you're going to get more supports, more tools, and the help that you need right now. Aligning that intention. It helps because sometimes, especially now, we're kind of scatterbrained. That monkey brain is real. So let's hone it in. What do you want to work on? What do you want to do? What will help you the most to use this passion? Use those tools and get the work done. I want to thank you, my friends, for joining me and the angels today. I hope they were able to answer some questions and give you the guidance that you need and want. Please remember to take care of yourself, breathe, and balance out all that fire so it doesn't consume you. Again, I want to thank you for joining me. If you did like this session, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. It helps people find me on the sea of YouTube. But more importantly for you, don't forget to subscribe. I've got lots more content coming forward, and you don't want to miss any of it. Also, if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon and Ko-fi page. I provided links below so you can go check it out for yourself. Again, I want to thank you for joining me and the angels today. I hope that you feel more empowered and inspired to persevere forward. Until next time, my friends.